It started on an ordinary Friday afternoon, the kind where sunlight feels softer and time moves a little slower. My best friend, Aisha, and I were sitting by the window of our favorite cafe, talking about everything and nothing. She laughed at something silly I said, her eyes shining like they always did when she was truly happy. But that day felt different. For months, I had been ignoring the way my heart reacted around her, the way it raced when she leaned closer, the way her laughter wrapped around me like a song I never wanted to end. She was my friend, my best friend, and I had promised myself I would never ever ruin that. Still, when she touched my hand to get my attention, I felt the world tilt on its axis. Her fingers were so warm, and in that tiny moment, everything changed. I knew right then that I couldn't keep pretending. Later that evening, we went to the park, our favorite place to watch the city lights flicker to life like scattered stars. The air smelled of jasmine and fresh rain, and a soft wind played with her hair, making her look almost ethereal. She turned to me suddenly, her expression serious, and said, "You've been quiet lately. Is something wrong?" My heart pounded in my chest. I wanted to say, "Yes, something is wrong. I'm falling for you." But the words got stuck in my throat, tangled with fear. Instead, I just looked at her, and maybe, just maybe, that silence said everything I couldn't. She moved closer, so close I could feel her breath, soft and a little uncertain. Her eyes searched mine, as if asking a question neither of us had the courage to say out loud. Then, before I could think, before the fear could win, I kissed her. It was soft at first, a hesitant, trembling brush of our lips. But then it deepened, filled with all the unspoken words and feelings we'd been holding back for months. Time just disappeared. The park, the lights, the noise of the city, all of it faded away until it was just us. Just this one perfect moment. When we finally pulled away, she looked at me with wide, surprised eyes, and then she smiled. It was the most beautiful smile I had ever seen. That one smile told me everything I needed to know. It told me she had been waiting for that moment too. "I was wondering when you'd do that," she whispered, and a laugh bubbled up from both of us, the kind of relieved laughter that comes when love finally finds its voice. The next few days were a complete blur of emotions: excitement, fear, joy, and a little bit of confusion. We didn't know what we were anymore, friends, lovers, or something in between. But honestly, it didn't matter. All that mattered was how natural it felt, how right it felt. We started spending even more time together, finding little excuses just to touch, to hold hands, to steal small, secret kisses when we thought no one was watching. This wasn't just about passion. It was about a deep, soulful connection. It was about finally, truly being seen by the person who mattered most. But as you know, love stories aren't always easy. Soon, rumors started spreading. Friends began asking questions. Some people whispered behind our backs, others laughed. And Aisha, she grew quiet again. Not because she regretted anything, but because she was scared. I could see it in her eyes. The fear of judgment, of being different. One night, she showed up at my door, her eyes red from crying. "I don't want to lose you," she said, her voice shaking. "But I don't know how to be brave in front of everyone." My heart broke for her. I took her hand, feeling it tremble in mine. "Then let's just be brave together," I said. And from that moment on, we learned to stop hiding. We walked hand in hand through the very same park where we had our first kiss. Yes, people looked, some stared, but we didn't care anymore. We had found something so rare, a love that was gentle, honest, and completely real. That kiss had changed everything. It had taught me that love doesn't always follow the rules society sets for us. Sometimes it blooms in the most unexpected places: between friends, between shared laughter and comfortable silence, between overwhelming fear and newfound courage. Now, when I think back to that first kiss, I don't remember the fear. I remember the warmth. I remember the soft rhythm of her heartbeat against mine. I remember the taste of rain in the air and the overwhelming feeling that, for the first time in my life, I was exactly where I was meant to be. Because sometimes love isn't about finding someone new. It is about finally seeing the person who has been there all along and realizing that your heart has been calling their name forever. Thank you so much for sharing this moment with me. If this story touched your heart, I'd be so grateful if you'd subscribe. I just checked, and a huge number of you watching aren't subscribed yet. Hitting that button helps our community grow and lets me share more stories like this. Thanks for being here.